The narcissist, with their inflated ego and outward display of confident pride, often seems to be the center of attention. Yet, few realize that beneath this glamorous facade lies a fragile and vulnerable soul. There exists a unique type of person, endowed with extraordinary empathy and a refined sense of perception, who has the power to render narcissists speechless. These are the super empaths. So what makes narcissists fall silent, cautious and withdrawn in the presence of super empaths? Could it be that the mere presence of a super empath poses an invisible threat, leaving them feeling unsettled and fearful? Let's delve into 10 fascinating reasons behind this psychological phenomenon to better understand the hidden corners of a narcissist's psyche and the silent strength of super empaths. Narcissists fear when super empaths become supernovae. Super empaths, with their inherently kind nature and boundless compassion, are often known for their gentleness and generosity. However, when their kindness is trampled upon and their patience reaches its limit, super empaths can transform into a supernovae. This is the moment when their pent-up rage erupts with overwhelming force, sweeping away everything in its path. Narcissists, with their fragile egos hidden behind a facade of pride, are deeply terrified of this destructive power. When a super empath reaches their supernova state, they no longer care about anything except releasing their repressed emotions. Anger, frustration, and disappointment pour out like molten lava, scorching everything in their vicinity. No matter how hard narcissists try to defend themselves, they cannot escape the sharp emotional shrapnel that cuts deeply. Consequently, narcissists often choose silence and avoidance, knowing that even one wrong word could trigger this terrifying supernova explosion. Interestingly, there is a paradox. When super empaths unleash their fury, they unintentionally become a mirror image of the very narcissist they are confronting. Like a star exploding into a supernova, this emotional power can jolt narcissists into an uncomfortable realization about themselves. The greatest fear of narcissists is not being exposed, but seeing their true selves reflected in someone else. They dread confronting the behaviors they try to hide and the deep-seated wounds they deny. LinkedIn Stafford Counseling Form. Narcissists fear being discovered by super empaths. Narcissists, with their dazzling facade and masterful acting skills, can easily deceive others with their honeyed words and false actions. Yet, super empaths, equipped with an extraordinary sixth sense, can effortlessly see through this mask. Like skilled detectives, super empaths can read the thoughts and body language of narcissists with uncanny accuracy. Every glance, gesture, and fake smile fails to elude their highly sensitive radar. They can sense the instability in a narcissist's perception of themselves, other people, and the world around them. Because of this extraordinary insight, super empaths can quickly detect and thwart any manipulative intentions of narcissists. Lies, false promises, and deceptive actions become useless against their perceptiveness. Thus, narcissists often choose silence when facing super empaths. They know that every trick or scheme will be exposed. Like an actor who has lost their audience, narcissists find themselves with no stage left to perform their play of deceit. Silence becomes their best defense to avoid being unmasked and judged. Narcissists fear being exposed by super empaths. Narcissists, the peacocks of the world, adorned with the dazzling feathers of self-praise, constantly crave admiration and adoration. Their egos swell like overinflated balloons, filled with illusions of greatness and extraordinary talent. Masters of self-promotion, they continuously market themselves with captivating stories of achievement, skills, and remarkable conquests. Whenever given the chance, they morph into charismatic speakers, passionately embellishing their narratives to make their image appear even more magnificent. They strategically choose their audience, targeting those who are easily swayed by flowery words and extravagant flattery. Every round of applause and every admiring gaze acts as a dopamine hit. However, even the proud peacock must fold its tail at times. This happens when they sense the presence of their natural nemesis, the super empath. With their extraordinary ability to see through facades, super empaths can detect the falsehoods and insecurities hidden within the narcissist's oversized ego. Super empaths act like mirrors, reflecting the narcissist's true self and forcing them to confront their flaws and weaknesses. Their sharp words like knives can puncture the narcissist's ego bubble, leaving them feeling humiliated and exposed. Narcissists fear super empaths because they know they can be unmasked at any moment. They dread losing face in front of an audience and having their crown of illusions stripped away. Therefore, when faced with a super empath, they often resort to silence, retreating into the shadows to protect their fragile ego. The manipulators fear super empaths for their logic and clarity. While narcissists are immersed in their false sense of superiority, super empaths possess a profound understanding of their inner selves, with clear awareness of their emotions and motivations. They don't rely on flashy facades or flowery words, but instead focus on living authentically and staying true to their values. The deep-seated insecurity within narcissists drives them to use manipulation to conceal their true selves. They construct a perfect facade, avoiding vulnerability and emotional exposure. In contrast, super empaths confidently express themselves with authenticity, clarity, and coherence. They communicate with logic and transparency, earning trust and respect from others. In debates, super empaths don't resort to tricks or manipulation. They defend their viewpoints with sharp reasoning and composure, making it nearly impossible for narcissists to manipulate them. In fact, the clarity and logic of super empaths often intimidate narcissists, who may retreat into silence rather than engage in direct confrontation. This stark contrast in thinking and communication styles creates a formidable barrier between the two. In this silent psychological battle, super empaths seem to hold the advantage with their ultimate weapon, rationality, something narcissists sorely lack. Super empaths don't seek validation from others. One of the most admirable traits of super empaths is their absolute authenticity. They communicate openly, without hidden agendas or pretenses, making those they interact with feel respected and valued. In contrast, narcissists harbor constant insecurity, especially when faced with someone they perceive as superior. They fear being exposed for their flaws and weaknesses, hidden beneath their grandiose exterior. To protect their fragile egos, narcissists often react by belittling or criticizing others as a way to reassure themselves. But do these tactics truly work? Super empaths, with their emotional maturity and self-awareness, are not easily swayed by negativity. They understand their own worth and do not allow others to define them. The confidence and steadiness of super empaths inadvertently create pressure on narcissists, undermining their typical strategies of manipulation. This makes narcissists feel insecure and out of control. Faced with such resilience, narcissists often find themselves admitting defeat, unable to wield their usual influence. Super empaths cannot be manipulated by narcissists. Narcissists are like perpetual children, craving attention and always seeking to be the center of the universe. Their egos are as fragile as soap bubbles, easily shattered by the slightest criticism. To protect themselves, they build walls of arrogance, projecting an image of greatness and perfection. They often dominate conversations with endless tales of their achievements and their knowledge, which is often superficial. Rarely do they genuinely listen, as their thoughts are consumed with me, mine, and about me. However, when confronted by super empaths, this wall of pride quickly crumbles. Super empaths act as mirrors, reflecting the true nature of narcissists back to them leaving them feeling unsettled and fearful. No longer confident in their bravado, narcissists often choose silence or avoidance instead. This is because super-empaths possess qualities that narcissists deeply desire but can never attain: understanding, compassion, and the ability to connect with others on a genuine level. Super-empaths are not deceived by manipulative tactics, but instead see through to the fragile core hiding behind the narcissist's arrogance. The silence of narcissists in the presence of super-empaths is a tacit admission of defeat in their covert battle for attention and control. They realize that before a pure soul and a clear mind, all their schemes and manipulations are rendered meaningless. Narcissists withdraw in the presence of super-empaths. Narcissists, with their arrogance and self-centered nature, see themselves as the center of the universe, disregarding rules and discipline. Like spoiled children, they do as they please, no matter the consequences. However, when faced with super-empaths, who embody responsibility and absolute fairness, they suddenly shrink and withdraw. Super-empaths are like impartial judges, always upholding truth and justice. They tolerate no wrongdoing, big or small. Their deep understanding and keen perception allow them to see through the selfish nature of narcissists and call out their behavior when necessary. Narcissists fear being exposed or disciplined by super-empaths. They know that every deceitful act and manipulative scheme will be unmasked under the discerning eyes of these arbiters of truth. As a result, they choose silence, becoming more reserved and cautious than ever. This silence is a manifestation of their fear, a tacit acknowledgement of the strength of super-empaths. It underscores the importance of discipline and fairness, values that even the most arrogant individuals must respect. Exercises of self-branding by people who do not usually define themselves as patients with others around them rarely matter. Narcissists are overshadowed by super-empaths. Narcissists, despite their outward display of confidence and pride, harbor deep insecurity within. They are like peacocks flaunting their vibrant feathers, yet always fearful of strong winds. Super-empaths, with their powerful inner strength and authentic confidence, are the gusts that can blow away this glittering facade. Super-empaths have no need for showiness or boasting. Their charisma stems from sharp intellect, maturity in thought and action, and a compassionate heart. They are magnets, naturally attracting admiration and respect. In the glow of this authenticity, narcissists feel diminished and threatened. Their inflated egos suddenly seem small and meaningless. Their previous boasts now sound like the hollow chirping of cicadas in a vast field. They retreat into silence, not out of generosity, but overwhelmed by the quiet power of the super-empath. They recognize that true excellence lies not in words, but in actions and ways of living. In this unspoken comparison, they have already lost from the start. Super-empaths make narcissists lose confidence. Narcissists, the master actors of life, relish playing the role of the center of the universe. They don a cloak of pride, using their silver tongues to stroke their own inflated egos. Every story and word revolves around themselves. Their accomplishments, their talents, only they claim to achieve. They carefully select their audience, those easily enchanted by flattery, to quench their thirst for praise and adoration. Yet when their audience is a super-empath, the play suddenly changes. Super-empaths, with their sharp intellect and keen observation, see through this false facade. They are not swayed by flattering words, but perceive the emptiness within. Their very presence acts of their confidence. The gigantic ego trembles at the threat of being deflated. Narcissists fear being unmasked, dreading the harsh truth being exposed. They retreat into silence, shrinking into the shadows of their own insecurity, like snails recoiling into their shells when sprinkled with salt. They know that super empaths are not just spectators but also judges. And in the presence of these fair judges, all tricks and manipulations become futile. Narcissists practice calculated listening around super empaths. In the world of narcissists, listening is a calculated art, a tool wielded for selfish purposes. They rarely show genuine interest in others unless they can extract information to fuel their thirst for power and control. For the presence of a super empath, with their deep understanding and emotional sensitivity, piques the narcissist's interest in a unique way. Gone are the deceptive, manipulative words. Instead, they adopt a false guise of silence, becoming silent predators. At this moment, the narcissist's ears seem sharper than ever, attuned to every word and emotion expressed by the super empath. Every piece of information, no matter how trivial, is gathered and analyzed, turned into ammunition for future attacks or manipulative schemes. The narcissist's silence in the presence of a super empath is not a sign of respect or admiration, but rather a calculated ploy. They hide in the shadows, observing and waiting for the perfect opportunity, ready to pounce at any moment. And so we've explored 10 fascinating reasons why narcissists often fall silent around super empaths. Hopefully this insight has provided you with a fresh perspective on the complex dynamics between these two personality types. Narcissists, though outwardly confident and strong, often harbor deep insecurities and fears. Their silence when facing a super empath may stem from feeling threatened or exposed. Their inner cracks laid bare. Super empaths, on the other hand, with their deep empathy and perceptive abilities, can see through the manipulative tactics of narcissists and remain unaffected. They live with authenticity, kindness, and exude a positive energy that often disarms those with selfish intentions. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next video.